So it's the 14th of February. What does that mean? It means it's Valentine's Day. It's a day for romance and grand gestures and declarations of love. A day to exchange cards and gifts or just express with words how much somebody else means to you. The shops are full of hearts and roses and chocolates and even crumpets. Somebody worked out that last year in this country alone, we spent £1.3 billion on cards and gifts for Valentine's Day. 1.3 billion. Not million, billion. If you're not sure how big a number that is, it's, well, this big. Some people, they love Valentine's Day. They can't wait for it every year. Other people, they dread it. They just want it to go away. Still other people, they just ignore it and don't care. If I'm honest, I'm not really sure where I sit. It's nice to be nice to other people and tell them you care about them. But at the same time, all that money could definitely be put to better use, surely. But maybe that just makes me grumpy. But the truth is, no matter what you think about it, all around the world today, people will be making these big gestures to show other people how much they love them. They might even try to be outdoing their friends. You've all seen the book, Guess How Much I Love You. All the way through it, Big Nut Brown Hare and Little Nut Brown Hare are trying to measure how much they love each other. But each time, they're trying to be bigger and better than the last. It gets all the way to the end where Big Nut Brown Hare tells Little Nut Brown Hare that they love them all the way to the moon and back. That is a long, long way. But I can still think of one gesture of love that is bigger still. Bigger, in fact, than any other gesture of love that has ever been made. We've looked at how God made us. He made the earth, the stars, the sun, the moon, the plants, the animals, the fish. Everything that is was made by Him. We know also that God is the ruler of all things, that He sets the rules in how we should live our lives, how we should honour Him. And we know also that all the way back as far as the first man, Adam, and the first woman, Eve, people, they let Him down. They disobey Him. Even great men like King David or Moses, sooner or later they all fail. They all sin. God created us so that we could worship Him and that we could have a special relationship with Him. But when sin comes into our lives, we're blocked from having that relationship. It stops us. And we know it's shown again and again that if people are left to look after themselves, they will all fall into sin. Now, if one of your friends kept letting you down again and again and again, how would you feel? Sad? Annoyed? Cross, maybe? You might forgive them once, maybe even twice, maybe at a push 3 times. But sooner or later, your patience is going to run out. But it's not like that with God. No. Despite the fact that as the Creator, God has the right to demand the very best. And despite the fact that God's people have proven again and again that they will fail Him every time, God still decided to make a big, grand gesture of love. God sent His only Son, Jesus, not just to teach, not just to heal the sick, not just to feed the poor. Jesus was sent to die. God sent his only son Jesus to die on the cross so that every sin ever committed, no matter how big or how small, every way in which somebody has failed God could be forgiven. God sent Jesus to die so that people who don't deserve it could be forgiven if they trusted in Jesus. So as you look around today, maybe you'll see hearts dotted around. Maybe they're in your house. Maybe they're on cards. Maybe you'll go for a walk and you might see them in a shop window. As you see those hearts, I want you guys to remember a verse from the Bible. It says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life." John 3, verse 16. Now that really is a grand gesture of love that should be celebrated. One last thing. The song we're about to do, I know we did it last week, but it's the only song I could pick really, isn't it?